You guys want a snack? Is that a yes? This looks like a bunch of garbage, but chickens, that's a gourmet meal. You guys like that stuff, huh? It's the world's fastest composting system. So what I have is just a few different plants I want to plant just to prepare for next year. We have ramps, which is like an onion type of plant. Have comfrey, which is a good companion plant, and it's also good for chickens. They like to eat it, and it's just good for your soil overall. Just a good plant to have. And these are called Yasta berries, and so just a different kind of berry that should grow well in our area. I want to get these in the ground today. Sorry if I sound a little sick today. It's because I am. I feel stuffy. I feel fine, so don't worry about me. But yeah, still dealing with like cold-like symptoms without any of the really bad part of the cold. So it's good. I'm blessed. These ramps really like shade, so I'm gonna put them right here next to this bush so they get a lot of shade in the summertime. This comfrey grows like a weed, so I'm gonna put it on the edge of my garden bed here so that it competes with the grass and keeps the grass out. These Yasta berries I know nothing about, so I'm just going to put them right here in the middle. I don't know. So there it is, nice and easy. I probably got a dozen, 15 maybe plants in the ground in a matter of 15 minutes, and that's all just preparation for next year. It's too cold for anything to grow right now, and nothing's going to grow until probably February or March at the very earliest before it even starts to bud or consider thinking about growing. But what fascinates me about the garden in general is just how applicable all the lessons learned in the garden are to everyday life. And there are seasons of our life where we are kind of not in a growing pattern. We're just kind of in a holding pattern, and that's where I feel like a lot of ways in my life. But it's during those times that we need to be preparing for the next season of growth, because if we're not ready for the next season of growth, it's going to come and all of a sudden you're going to miss it. You know, I take my garden and we're making compost with the chickens, we're mulching things, we are planting plants for next year, because if I try to plant these next April or next May, it's too late. And so now is the time to prepare. And so if you're in that place in your life where you're not quite sure what the next step is, you don't know what the next thing to do is, my advice to you would be prepare as much as possible. Begin to pray more, begin to read more, begin to make sure that the things that you're watching on television are things that are edifying, things that are teaching you something, things that are building you up, because that preparation will be absolutely key when the next stage of growth comes. If you look at my little gardens here, you know, these look like just a mess, but these have been planned now for 2 years. I've been planting these things, and so last year I began with planting trees, and so I have these trees protected from the deer here. There's another berry bush down here. Here's the one we just planted right here, and then you got fruit tree up here, more fruit trees over here, and so you can see this is just one little area. And then I've been putting all my grass clippings in here, trying to prepare the soil. There's another berry bush there. All of these things have been prepped for 2 years now. See, I'm preparing for a day when I don't have to buy fruit at the store anymore. So I'm preparing to have apple trees and pears and plums and apricots and cherries and all of those different things right here on our property. But you can't plant a fruit tree and expect to have a harvest of fruit the next week or the next month or even the next year, or sometimes not even in the next 5 years. And so if you want to reap a harvest tomorrow, you have to plant today. You have to prepare today. So get it done. Start planting. Start preparing for the next season of growth, for the next season of blessing in your life. I'm praying for you. Today is Sunday. Hopefully you're watching this on Monday, and this will be your Monday motivation. But God bless you. I'll talk to you real soon, hopefully less nasally next time. All my plants are from, that I'm planting today at least, are from Edible Acres in New York State and So True Seed in North Carolina. I'll put those links in the description. Edible Acres, they sent me a lot of comfrey plants here, so I'm going to get the rest of those in the ground. And I also forgot I have some walking onions to get in the ground too, so going to get all those in, and I will talk to you later. It's gonna be a big harvest next year. You guys are tearing that up.